Hey guys, Rich here at the Ultra Motorsports Warehouse in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We're taking a look today at this 1968 Chevrolet Camaro 396 375 horse convertible. If you have any questions after the video, make sure you check us out on Facebook at Ultra Motorsports LLC. Check us out on Instagram at Ultra Motorsports, or you can reach me personally on my cell phone at 260-704-0234. If you have any questions about this car or any one of our other beautiful cars here at Ultra Motorsports. Let's take a look at this one. We'll do maybe a quick video test drive afterwards, take a look at the interior, the engine compartment, all that good stuff, and get all your questions answered. Let's have a look. Hey guys, time for our video walk around. Like all of our video walk arounds, we're going to do this one, check every panel, check fit, check finish. We want to show the good and the bad also. We're going to walk around the car just like we're the one buying it again. All of our cars are sold either over the phone or over the internet. That being said, we have to do a very, very good job of making sure there's transparency in these videos. We want the customer to feel very, very good about their purchase. There not to be any surprises. So we hate surprises, so we want our customers to feel the exact same way. If there's a blemish on the car, because we all know these cars are not all perfect. We definitely have perfect cars in here, but they're not always all perfect. So we want our customers to be armed with all the information so they can make an educated purchase about this car. All right. So we're going to start here right at the front driver's side fender. General impression, first off, I see a real good fit, good finish, it looks like. Body lines look good. I don't see anything major up here. Chrome is excellent, I would say. Way better than driver quality, but you know, not the concourse quality that you would have to pay out the nose for, okay? The trim here in the fender well looks very nice. Doesn't look dented or dinged up at all. Rally wheels look good. Beauty rings look good. I'll check all the tires and wheels for you guys too also. As we move down this way, we're looking at the fit in the door. Everything looks real good. The lower trim piece, the stainless, looks great. SS emblems look good. You're not going to replace any of those. No pitting in the mirror. This all looks good. What we really like to look for also is, you know, there's nothing more tacky than a vehicle that was not disassembled to be painted or restored. So that is just a super downer for me, a super turn off. I think it looks super tacky. But you can see with this vehicle, all fresh weather stripping. Fresh bumpers. It looks like all the belt molding was off this car. It all looks very nice. I don't see any tape lines, nothing like that. Even door handles look like they were all taken off. Door handles look good. Chrome looks nice. And okay, now to the rear quarter of this car. Rear quarter looks good. I don't see any no bubbles, no signs where there could have been some body work done. Again, trim ring looks great. Beauty ring on the wheel looks great. The rally wheels and the center caps look good also. Rear bumper now. Rear bumper chrome, again, very nicely presented. Not the concourse quality that you'd have to pay a couple $1,000s to get this type of a bumper, but way better than driver quality for sure. I don't see any blemishes, any pits, any flakes, any chips, no spidering, nothing like that. So this stuff is super stand-up by 99% of the people's standard out there, okay? As we move around here, we'll come back to the trunk, guys, and take a look at the inside of the trunk. What we'll do first is just get a good walk around of the car, okay? Passenger side rear quarter, very nicely. I don't see anything that is of concern here. Trim ring looks great. These aren't big parts, but you know, it's just a downer and it affects the presentation of the whole car altogether. So inside the wheel wells, I don't know if you guys can see it. Probably if it was on the lift, we could see it a little bit better, but all this is very, very dry. I don't see any patchwork, nothing that has ever been repaired. So really well presented car all in all. Driver's side door, fit looks great. The nice and solid. There's nothing more annoying than a rattle in here. You can all hear all kinds of stuff rattling around. when you shut this door. Super nice, super solid, looks good. I want to focus on this one blemish right here. We've not tried to finish this yet in our shop to fix it, but we do have one small paint chip here, you know, a little bit bigger than your thumbnail. What we're going to try to do is, rather than try to, you know, white's a tough color even in our body shop, and we have some of the best guys around. White's a tough color. We're going to try and blend this in and make it look like it was never there, but we definitely want to let anybody know about it also, okay? Very, very small little, maybe about the size of a ballpoint pen tip. Very, very small little chip right there. No dent, just a little chip. So, okay, let's move on to the passenger side front. Passenger side front looks good. Emblems look good. Again, it looks like the car was completely disassembled to be painted, and that's what that's what you want in a car, okay? Most people can't do that because it just costs too much. So there's nothing more tacky than a car that just has not been taken apart to be painted. It just really, really, really kills the value of the car, in my opinion. So fender well looks great. I don't see any previous repairs or anything like that. Stainless ring looks good also. Let's move on to this cowl hood. We'll look at the cowl hood here. Fit looks really good. Again, this is a 396 big block, 375 horse car. And while this is not a numbers matching car, a lot of power for this vehicle, and a very desirable engine combination in this car, okay? Again, right here, here's another blemish, guys. I want to bring to your attention, about the size of an ink pen tip. So, small blemish. This car's not even been through detail yet, so we want to hurry up and get it online so we could make all of our viewers aware about it. And let's pop the hood real quick. There's that 396, 375 horse. Power steering, chrome valve covers, MSD ignition. Looks like maybe we're missing the shroud here, but that's nothing that we can't fix and get it all taken care of for anybody, okay? Power brakes, power brake booster. So engine runs strong. I actually let my son drive this car to his senior prom. That's how confident I feel about this car. I drove it a little bit myself, and really fun car. So, all right, guys. Let's take a look at the interior real quick, and then we'll see if we can't take this thing for a spin. On the interior, driver's side door panel. Looks fairly new. I don't really see anything that's ragged, anything that's ratty looking, anything that's tacky at all. All this is just some dust, and we are outside right now, so these aren't pitted. None of the handles or knobs are pitted. This molding here looks great. Again, the weather stripping looks excellent. Looks like maybe there's some little repair done here. Maybe somebody tried to glue something in there, but that's something we can look at also later. Okay, as we move to the driver's seat. Driver's seat looks excellent. Maybe a very, very small pin tip hole right there. Hardly worth mentioning. We are going to have that repaired, and then you'll be surprised at how nice it looks afterwards. So, back seat is in excellent condition. Looks like it's hardly been sat in. Seat belts look great. Incidentally, this car has all 4 seat belts in it, so run your kids around with confidence. This up here, the chrome window top here, you can see a little bit of patina for sure. Maybe this wasn't replaced, or maybe it was replaced quite a long time ago, but we see a little bit of patina in the chrome. You can see kind of the plating underneath it. Not flaking. I really don't think it's worth replacing, in my opinion, so still looks very, very presentable. All right, let's go to the passenger side and we'll get a quick look, and then check out the trunk, and then go for a drive. Dash on this car looks great. Passenger side door panel is very near perfect, I would say. Okay, very uniform spacing of all the trim screws. Weather stripping looks brand new. Okay, all the stainless pieces here in the door, none of them are banged up or dinged up where somebody has slammed the door or bumped into it or anything. Looks very good. All the squeegees inside the door look excellent. You guys can see these all look brand new, nice and soft. All this felt molding on both doors looks great. You can see the mirrors were definitely off to be painted when the car was done. There's no tape lines or anything like that there, so all this stuff came apart. Really, really well done. Nice car. Dash looks good. Console looks great. U-shifter. The console is, I mean, it looks, if I told you it was brand new, you'd believe me for sure. Looks great. Chrome inside the console looks good. All this looks very fresh. Squeegees down in here. All the wood grain trim looks excellent. I mean, really nothing to speak of. I'm not sure the radio works. This car is a manual top. The top is in excellent condition. We can show the top if somebody has some more interest in the car. Again, like I said, contact me through the website or on my cell phone. I'd be happy to take more pictures of the top up, but quite honestly, on a day like today, if the top's up, you're doing it all wrong. So the trunk we'll take a look at real quick. The trunk came to us in a kind of semi-original-ish condition. It had some surface stuff going on in here. We detailed out the trunk. I don't see any areas in these quarters where there's ever been any repairs done. So I'm really, really happy about this, the way the trunk looks. I don't even see where the trunk has been replaced anywhere. Okay, so I mean, you know, you'd see something, and if it was done absolutely correctly. So trunk has a fresh coat of spatter paint. Trunk gasket looks great. You guys can see here how supple and soft this trunk gasket is. Everything looks very, very, very tidy. Okay, and trunk floor looks good. You can see over there on the other side, everything is looking super, super nice. So no signs of any repairs or anything like that. Again, we do have a trunk mat, have the jack, have the space saver spare, and the lug wrench for this vehicle. Okay? So, all right. How about we take it for a drive, guys? Okay, guys. Let's take this thing for a spin. We've got a little area here where we're going to be able to get it up to speed. Again, if anybody has any questions, just contact me through the website or on my cell phone. The car sounds great. Flowmaster exhaust sounds excellent. The car runs and drives very, very well. Tracks down the road well. Again, I let my son drive this to the prom. So, braking system, super tidy, everything seems great. All the gauges work, fuel gauge works. You know, I would never have cursed my son by sending him out with a vehicle with his senior prom with a fuel gauge that didn't work. So, fuel gauge works, speedo works, lights work. To my knowledge, the only thing not working right now is the radio. It's probably a really simple fix. We've just not really looked into it. So, let's stretch it out just a little bit, okay? Sounds great going down the road. Brakes good, no flutter in the steering wheel, no shaking in the steering wheel while it's going down the road. Steering is really, really tight, you know, power steering vehicle, but still super tight on this one. All right. Wipers work. It's a manual top, so no problems there with any problems later in the future, you know, top not working or anything like that. So. Horn works, no issues there either. So, really just a fun car to drive. Camaro, arguably one of the most iconic muscle cars in American history. Then we throw a convertible in the mix, value goes up. Then we throw a 396, 375 horse big block in the mix. Well, you know, you got something special. So, this engine alone by itself, if I were to take this engine out and put maybe a 350 or something like what might have came in this car, 350, 327, whatever it would have been, this engine alone is probably $15,000, $20,000 engine to the right restorer, okay? So, a lot of value here with this vehicle, all right? Runs and drives good. We'll come to a stop here. You guys can see it idle real quick. Car idles, no issues at all. Put it in park. Tack gauge works good. Sounds good when it's sitting here at idle. No worries with stopping at a stoplight. Idle jumps right down to a lopey idle just as you're sitting here idling ready to take off. Would not be worried at all about putting, you know, letting my son or daughter have some fun in this car, letting my wife run up to the store in it, anything like that at all. So, or maybe buying it for your wife. So she's definitely entitled. So, all right guys, let's get this thing up in the air and we'll take a look at the underside. Hey guys, it's Rich again here at the Ultra Motorsports Warehouse. We're going to take a look at this 1968 Camaro convertible. SS badging, 396 engine, 375 horse. So this is a really, really nice car. We're very excited to bring it to you. We took a walk around the outside. Now we're going to show you the underside real quick. We're going to focus on maybe the fit and finish. It's a little bit older restoration. Very, very tidy though, all in all. Looks like there hasn't been any serious repairs done. Looks like maybe even a lot of this is even brand new. So got a 10-bolt rear, 4-wheel drum brakes on this car, dual exhaust, looks like 2.5-inch exhaust. I don't see any. The nice thing is it's not all gobbed up with undercoating, so there's not a bunch of stuff here that can be hidden. We see that if these are replacements, they're done well, very, very nicely. So you can see here that all the edges are pinch welded very nicely together. Looks like all the cables and body bushings and everything are nice and fresh looking. Frame rails look excellent, and again, just very, very tidy all the way around. While we're under here, we'll look at this passenger side rocker. So the passenger side rocker here, very solid. Doesn't look like there's any soft spots or anything like that. Nothing where maybe like a painter got lazy or something like that. So I'm very happy with this right here. The underside, we can see here, again, like I said, 4-wheel drum brakes on this car, but it looks like it's been maintained. We see, nice wet grease zerks. We see fresh looking springs. So I believe when I bought this car, I was told that it was restored maybe 6-8 years ago, and then the guy just drove it on like Sundays. So he was done with it, ready to move on to something else. So we're lucky to have it, and very, very, very glad we do. This car does run and drive really great. On a side note, to be honest, I actually let my son take this car to his prom, so that's how confident I am in the car itself. Looks like we got headers here, stainless, and everything else looks like it's in great shape. Fresh paint here on the engine area. Looks like when you guys saw the picture from the engine compartment looking down, you could see that all that stuff was fresh too. Easily a car you could raise the hood at a car show and have a ton of people walking around checking it out for sure. So now we'll move on to the driver's side. As we look at the driver's side here, same thing. We're just looking at anything crusty or nasty or old, and all this looks very, very fresh. Okay, if any of this is replaced, it was done very, very well. Rocker looks good, looks solid. No rust, no rotten areas, no places where there was just a bad repair done. None of that stuff going on. So as we can see here, there's nothing that is a bigger downer on a car than when you look underneath it and you were to see like a rivets or something like that where an old patch was done. All this looks very nice, done very well, painted underside. So this car, we didn't really do anything much to this thing at all yet. So if this thing was even wiped down, degreased a little bit, I mean, this very easily could be the kind of car that you could probably put a mirror underneath at a car show and show to anybody, and it's very, very tidy. So rear end back here, everything looks very nice, very new. Still got the decals on the exhaust, so it's got Flowmasters and everything looks really nice. So pretty happy with this car. Definitely a new fuel tank in this one. So somebody really went the extra mile. You could never ever reproduce this car for the kind of money that we're selling it for. This car is going to retail somewhere in that $36,000, $38,000 range, and it'd be a great car for somebody at that price. Big block, high horse, convertible, lots and lots of fun for this car for sure for that kind of money. So you could never reproduce this car for this kind of money either. So that's the underside, and like always, give us a call if you have any questions at ultramotors.net. You can reach me. My name is Rich, and you can ask about this 1968 Chevy Camaro 396 convertible.